race that way, and I'm certain that Felipe Albuquerque and Gary Nelson and everybody down at Mustang Sampling is going to have something to say about it. But as you said, you never know what officials you're going to get. I mean, you do. There's the same ones in each one, but like a football game, you don't know how it's going to be.
I love Tommy's point, though. They've called it pretty loose all day, and that's what you want is consistency.
Yeah, that's the key right there is, you know, all the guys that you let go, if you call this one, are going to be upset. And we are coming to the white flag, and the battle now is for second in GT Le Mans. James Collada was reeled in Patrick Millet because he's lost second to Dirk Mueller.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that gap has opened up by another half a second. The last time by, it'll be even more than that. Collado now seems to be moving up on the rear wing of Patrick Millet.
One of my things in judging incidents, I say when the decision was made to initiate the pass, was it a reckless decision? I don't think you'd say it was. It was certainly aggressive. He didn't just get to his rear corner and dump him. He did run over him. So, you know, it's a really tough call. But it's certainly hard racing. At the time he made it, there was a gap. The door was open. There was a full car was there. He knew it was going to close quickly. How far alongside could he get?
White flag, Ricky. One more lap, Rick. One more lap.
You heard it. One lap to go at Daytona, the Rolex 24.
And I'll just put a period on it. We don't need to discuss it anymore. The officials have a lot more views of it than we do.
Yes.
They looked at a lot of different angles. They made the decision. That's the decision that you have to live with. You love it or you hate it, but that's the way it is, and we've got one lap to go here at Daytona.
Collado wringing the neck on that Ferrari, trying to wrestle second position away from Patrick Millet.
Millet went from being the aggressor to now having to be the defender because Collado all over him.
And remember,
it just helps Mueller.
Yeah. And this may not be for the win here, but that second versus third championship points. And look at this, Albuquerque, he's coming. But it's a matter of how much time.
Now, has Ricky backed out? Can he get back in the rhythm? He's got to get through there.
And remember how good Albuquerque and that Mustang Sampling Cadillac has been through the bus stop relative to Ricky and that Konica Minolta Cadillac.
I'd like to say it's a comfortable lead, but there is no way it is a comfortable lead. There is still plenty time to get this done. Ricky Taylor cannot make a mistake, and I guarantee you, Felipe Albuquerque is steaming inside that cockpit.
He absolutely is. Up onto the banking. And one more turn, Speedway 4. Onto the tri-oval. It looks.
Still five fast. Let's bring it home, Rick. Bring it home.
Looks like he's got enough. Ricky Taylor, Wade Taylor Racing, and Cadillac win at Daytona. Oh, look at that. And you can imagine the emotion now. This will match the axis. Well, look at Collado to the inside.
Yeah, remember we talked about the timing of when the overall winner gets that flag and can put another lap of racing on the board, and we've got it right here for the second position. Mueller's lead looks to be safe, but anything can happen. Collado's really driving the cars deep.
This is your battle in GT Daytona, and since the overall leaders have taken it, here we go, and it will be Porsche. What a finish over Audi Christensen and the fairy tale story from Allegra Motorsports getting the win. That is fantastic. Finishing the podium, the 33 Mercedes AMG of Jerome Bleekemolen. But I'll tell you what, this battle for second in GT Le Mans is raging.
Everybody else on the racetrack can relax, not these guys. Dirk Mueller has his head down. He's looking for the checkered flag, but it's about to get intense. At the bus stop, what does Collado have? Anything?
Going to throw it at this bus stop chicane, try and find as much speed as he can, but Millet gets through there really nicely.
But the Porsche's lost some top end, though.
Well, and Collado,
he had to lean it off a little bit. Maybe he burned through too much fuel there.
If I'm Collado, I'm turning every knob that's on the steering wheel right now. Where those extra photos, he's not going to do it.
He's not getting enough of a pull. Meanwhile, here we go. It is Dirk Mueller. They won Le Mans and Ford GT winning at Daytona. The battle for second. Millet and the Porsche just hanging on over the Ferrari. Ford, Porsche, Ferrari, and Garcia in the Chevrolet. Boy, talk about a factory war that has come good. What a story here.
What a story. Jeff Gordon in this car. Max Angelelli in his final race. Wow.
I'm exhausted.
They flooded their motorhome. I think there's a flood inside that helmet right now. You're going to see some waterworks from the whole Taylor family here.
Think about the emotions. You said it, Calvin, earlier. Ricky more emotional than his brother Jordan, and what is going through his mind after that contact? Did I just throw this away for my team, for my family? Are we going to get a break? What's going to happen? And then he's got to compete. He's got to keep driving while somebody in a tower is making a decision on one of the biggest races of his life.
Well, his first pass for the lead with an hour and a half to go was as good a pass as I've ever seen. And he certainly wasn't going to leave his bat on his shoulder and go down looking. So, I mean, really, he was going to make a go of it.
You put it all on the line. You do whatever it takes, and if you have to rub a little bit to get the win, then you do it. But Felipe Albuquerque, this Wayne, his dad.
Look at that.
He cannot believe this. What a moment for that whole group. Felipe Albuquerque always has a smile on his face, but I'm going to tell you what, it'll be an interesting victory lane here.
And you saw the emotion for Ricky Taylor when in the interview they were just talking about what it meant for Max, and he started to choke up. Well, just imagine this. Look at that.
That's Max right there, isn't it?
That is.
Or is that Jordan?
That's Jordan, I believe.
Wow, this is just spectacular. Unbelievable development. And again, there's those a little bit of concern. You can see the damage to the right front. That's telltale. But here is the turn that everybody wants. There are two moments here at Daytona that you absolutely love. The turn into Gatorade victory lane, because you know what's awaiting there. It's a very special timepiece. Unbelievable stuff here. We're going to step away so that we can bring you the Victory Circle celebrations and hear from our winners here at the Rolex 24 Daytona. Look at that. Wayne and the family, now winners